And now to explain how these strategies relate to crime prevention is Dr. Stephen Briggs, Professor and author of Criminology for Dummies. Welcome to the program, Doctor.
Thanks, Andrew. Nationally and within Victoria, a reliance on crime prevention is emerging. Crime prevention deals with the roots of crime, addresses causal factors, and includes social structures and social trends. Examples of prevention strategies are evident in parliamentary recommendations.
For instance, the Victorian Parliament Drugs and Alcohol Committee has assessed the Liquor Control Reform Act 1998 and has provided recommendations aimed at reducing alcohol consumption and prevention of the associated risk of harm. With reference from Associate Professor of the National Drug Research Institute, Wendy Loxley, the committee defines prevention as
those measures that prevent or delay the onset of drug use, as well as measures that protect against risk and harm associated with drug supply and use.
The committee further relates social, situational, and cultural factors to alcohol consumption and alcohol-related violence. To help others understand the areas of crime prevention, Stephen Schneider, Associate Professor in Sociology and Criminology at St. Mary's University in Canada, briefly defined these areas into pillars of crime prevention.
Crime prevention strategies can be classified as interventions such as social interventions that are designed to prevent the development of criminal potential in individuals, and communal interventions that are designed to change the social conditions that influence offending and victimization in residential communities.
Schneider describes law enforcement as another crime prevention strategy, a more traditional approach to crime control. For instance, the Victorian Police Force has emphasized an intelligence-led policing approach, and police tactics have resulted in targeted interventions. Examples of such operations are Operation Horizon and Safe Streets, Safe Stations initiatives targeting hotspots in Melbourne CBD for assault and violence fueled by alcohol. However, law enforcement, as it operates primarily on deterrence and opportunity, can be linked to situational prevention. According to Professor Ronald V. Clark from Rutgers University School of Criminal Justice in New Jersey, he defines situational crime prevention as
an analysis of the circumstances giving rise to specific kinds of crime. Thus it is focused on the settings of the crime rather than the offenders committing the crime.
The Victorian Parliament Drugs and Alcohol Committee has mentioned in their final report that situational factors play a significant role between alcohol aggression, especially around a licensed premises. Legislation amendments such as the temporary lockout trials in Melbourne CBD and permanent lockouts of regional and rural areas such as Ballarat are clear examples of situational crime prevention. The temporary lockout strategy restricted opening hours of specific bars and nightclubs in Melbourne CBD, and the prevention was aimed at reducing the opportunity to drink alcohol and engage in violent acts during later hours. Further strategies enforced by the Victorian Government rely on developmental strategies such as the compulsory responsible service of alcohol training, which provides education and awareness for all persons serving alcohol in a licensed premises. Other developmental strategies include alcohol advertising regulations and promotional guidelines from the Liquor Control Reform Act 1998, which according to the National Preventative Task Force 2009 reduce where, why, and how much alcohol people will consume.
Strategies that promote education and awareness are non-profit organisations such as the Step Back and Think campaign, created due to an unfortunate death as a result of alcohol-fueled violence in Melbourne CBD. Supported by the Victorian Government and the Department of Justice, such organisations combined with advertising campaigns inform targeted audiences of the consequences of harmful drinking. If the relayed message is adopted, people may refrain from harmful alcohol consumption and community awareness will increase. Additionally, communal strategies implemented by the Victorian Government and local governments such as environmental design involves urban planning and architectural design, which increases natural surveillance. This helps prevent crime as informal observers such as neighbours act as a deterrent. Street lighting, clear signage and ease of access are all measures that have been used by the Yarra City Council to enhance surveillance. CCTV is another example of prevention that has grown substantially in bars and nightclubs around Melbourne CBD and predominantly Melbourne's casino. The UK was the first country to implement CCTV, and currently CCTV cameras operate to as many as one camera for every 14 people in the population. Committee of Drugs and Alcohol highlights one key benefit of CCTV as deterring potential offenders due to an increased probability of detection. The relation to crime prevention theory is that CCTV may allow for a more direct police and security personnel intervention and social cohesion with a safer feel within the community. In light of Melbourne's recent award as the most livable city received August 30th, 2011, social and cultural events will continue to thrive in Melbourne CBD. Strategies such as targeted interventions by the Victorian Police and the Victorian Government upon bars and nightclubs will increase, as there is a predictability of alcohol-fueled violence in and within a licensed premises. And back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Steve. And next, what our viewers had to say about tonight's online Facebook poll.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Thank you. And next, why calling someone a MILF can get you into hot waters.